softly once and again, a quiet rhythm I didn't plan. Street light flickers not fully on, just like the sky that can't decide. Your shadow stretches on the wall, it looks longer than you are. A passing car, then nothing else. The sound just fades into the dark. I don't need to go somewhere, just moving feels enough. Pedal slow, don't look behind. Even time feels out of line. No one calls, no one waits. It's okay to be this late. Pedal slow, quiet street. Every turn feels incomplete. Nothing ends, nothing starts, just the sound of spinning parts. The handle shakes a little bit, not from fear, just uneven road. A window shows a different life, then disappears before I know. A cat runs past without a sound, doesn't care that I'm around. I follow lines I didn't choose, they're already drawn for me. I don't need a reason now, this is already enough. Pedal slow, don't look behind. Even time feels out of line. No one calls, no one waits. It's okay to be this late. Pedal slow, quiet street. Every turn feels incomplete. Nothing ends, nothing starts, just the sound of spinning parts. Cold air on my hands, nothing changes till I go. No direction, just a road that I've already known. Pedal slow, fading light. Everything is out of sight. No one asks where I've been. I don't think I mind. Pedal slow, almost still. Time just moves because it will. Nothing lost, nothing found, just a quiet turning wheel. The light is always slightly blue. It hums the same no matter when. Rows of drinks I never choose, just stand there like they understand. Coins feel colder than my hands. I turn them once before I wait. A quiet click, a pause, then sound. Something drops, but not too loud. The street behind me stays the same. No footsteps coming, none that go. A plastic glow on empty ground reflects a place I barely know. Numbers fade a little bit from fingers pressed too many times. Someone stood here yesterday, but nothing shows they were alive. I don't really need a drink, still I stay a little more. Standing in the vending light, everything feels half alive. Not too dark and not too bright, just enough to pass the time. Standing in a quiet place, nothing moving but the air. Every second feels the same, but I'm still standing here. The can rolls down behind the glass. For just a second it gets stuck, then it falls without a sound, like it forgot what came before. I don't open it just yet, let it stay inside my hand. Cold enough to feel something, but not enough to understand. A flicker from the upper row, then back again like nothing changed. I look but it's already gone. Maybe it was always that way. There's a mirror in the door, but it doesn't show me clear. Just a shape that looks like me, standing somewhere I'm not sure. I don't really need to leave, not until the light goes out. Standing in the vending light, everything feels half alive. Not too dark and not too bright, just enough to pass the time. Standing where the silence stays longer than it needs to be. Nothing here is in a rush, that's what keeps it steady. A soft mechanical sound repeats and fades into itself. No beginning, no clear end, just the way it always is. Standing in the vending light, time is moving but not much. No one waiting for me now, I don't feel the need to rush. Standing here a little more until nothing feels the same, or maybe it already does. I just haven't noticed yet. The sign still shows a time that passed. It hasn't changed for quite a while. A quiet buzz above my head, fluorescent light that never rests. A plastic bench, a little cold. I sit but don't lean all the way. A car goes by, then nothing else. The sound just fades without a trace. There's paper stuck beneath the glass. It lists the stops I've never seen. The corner bends just out of sight, where something should be coming from. I check my phone, then put it back. No messages I need to read. The screen goes dark before I know. It doesn't really matter now. I'm not sure when I got here, or if I plan to stay this long. The last bus isn't coming now, but I don't think I minded much. Nothing here is asking me to go anywhere at all. The last bus isn't coming now, still I like something might. Not because I need to leave, just because I'm already here. A wind moves through the empty road. It lifts a sound I almost hear. A distant light appears, then fades. No turning where I thought it would. The numbers blink once on a sign, then settle back to something still. I look again to be sure, but nothing really changed at all. A shadow shifts beside my feet. It moves before I notice it. I turn around, there's no one there, just something passing through the light. The seat beside me stays untouched, like it was always meant that way. Enough space for someone else, but no one seems to take it. I don't really need a ride, still I stay a little more. The last bus isn't coming now, but I don't think I minded much. Nothing here is asking me starts, nothing ends. It just keeps being this way. The last bus isn't coming now. I can see that clearly now. Still, I haven't stood up yet. Maybe I don't need to. The last bus isn't coming now. Everything is quiet still. I could leave if I want to, but I probably won't. A red hand stays above the street. It doesn't change when no one's there. The road is empty end to end. Still it holds me where I stand. A distant engine fades too soon before it ever reaches here. The signal hums a quiet tone that's easy not to notice. White lines stretch across the ground, worn out more than I expected. Each step I take stops halfway through, like something hasn't given in. A flicker from the corner light, then back again to how it was. I look up just in case it changed, but nothing really did. No cars passing by. Still I wait for it to turn. The signal doesn't tell me when, just holds me where I've always been. No one watching from the side. Still I wait for it to change. The signal doesn't need a reason. It just stays the way it is. Even when there's nothing left, it doesn't turn to green. The sound repeats from far away, but never seems to come too close. The numbers don't count anything, they just stay there, out of sync. The shadow crosses half the line, then falls back where it began. I don't remember moving much, but something must have shifted. A breeze moves dust across the paint, then disappears without a trace. There's space enough to walk across, but I don't think I will. Another light reflects below on something I can't really see. It looks like it could mean something, but doesn't have to. I could go right now. Still I wait a little more. The signal doesn't tell me when, just holds me where I've always been. No one watching from the side. Still I wait for it to change. The signal doesn't need a reason. It just stays the way it is. Even when there's nothing left, it doesn't turn to green. A quiet tone repeats again. It never feels too loud. Nothing moves, nothing shifts. Still it carries on. The signal doesn't tell me when. I already know that now. Still I haven't crossed the line. Maybe I don't need to. The signal stays the way it is, longer than it has to be. I could leave without a sign, but I probably won't. The door slides open with no sound. A short delay, then closes slow. Cold air settles on my hands, like it was already there. A quiet beat behind the counter. Someone scans without a look. Plastic bags hang in a row. None of them are moving. The floor reflects the ceiling light, too clean for this time of night. Rows of things I don't need now. Still I walk from end to end. A fridge hums from somewhere close, soft enough to blend away. I stop in front of bottled drinks, then forget what I was doing. I didn't come for anything, still I stay a little more. Standing in the store at night, everything is clear and still. Not too warm and not too cold, just a place that doesn't ask. Standing where the lights don't fade, even when the street goes dark. Nothing here is closing soon, so I don't have to leave. A cup of noodles on the shelf, slightly turned from where it was. Someone must have touched it once, then decided not to. The screen above the register shows a time I didn't check. It keeps moving either way, even if I don't look. I pick something then put it back, not because I changed my mind, just the habit of my hands doing things without a reason. The door slides open once again, but no one really comes inside. Just a sound that fills the space, then disappears too fast. I don't really need to stay, still I haven't left just yet. Standing in the store at night, everything is clear and still. Not too warm and not too cold, just a place that doesn't ask. Standing where the lights don't fade, even when the street goes dark. Nothing here is closing soon, so I don't have to leave. A quiet tone repeats again, somewhere I don't try to find. Nothing here is out of place, that's what makes it feel the same. Standing here a little more, until nothing feels new. Or maybe it already doesn't, I just didn't notice yet. The door closes with a quiet tone. No one rushes to get on. A few seats left without a mark. I take one near the window. The glass is cool against my arm. Lights move past, but not too fast. Each one fades before I see where it was supposed to be. A map above with colored lines, I don't follow where they go. Stops are listed one by one, names I won't remember. A voice repeats the next station, soft enough to blend away. No one seems to really hear. Still it says it anyway. I'm not going somewhere new, just staying where I am. Sitting on a moving train, everything just stays the same. Outside shifts but I don't move, only watching it pass through. Sitting where the window hums, time goes on but feels undone. Nothing here is asking me to be anywhere else. A reflection in the glass moves a little out of sync. It looks like me, but not quite right, just enough to notice. Someone stands without a sound, holding on but barely there. They get off without a trace, like they weren't here before. The seat across remains untouched. A bag sits where no one is. It doesn't seem to belong, but no one comes to claim it. The lights above stay just the same, never dim and never bright. Long enough to feel too still, short enough to pass by. I could leave at any stop, still I don't decide. Sitting on a moving train, everything just stays the same. Outside shifts but I don't move, only watching it pass through. Sitting where the window hums, time goes on but feels undone. Nothing here is asking me to be anywhere else. A quiet rhythm underneath, not a sound I try to hear. It repeats without a change, like it always has. Sitting here a little more, until something feels different. Or maybe it already does, I just haven't noticed. Rain starts without a warning, just a change in how things sound. Dark spots spread across the road, then disappear, then come again. A drop hits somewhere close to me, another follows right behind. No clear rhythm, no fixed pace, still it feels like something set. Street light bends across the ground, breaking where the water moves. Lines of light don't stay too long, they shift before I notice. Cars pass slower than before, tires cut a quiet line. A sound that stays for just a bit, then fades into the rest. Nothing really changes here, just the way it sounds. Rain falls on the empty road, doesn't stop, doesn't slow. Every drop the same as one, still it never feels the same. Rain falls where no one walks, fills the space without a pause. Nothing asking where it goes, just the sound of falling down. A reflection near my feet moves without a steady shape. I step closer just to see, but it breaks before I do. The surface holds a different sky, one that doesn't stay too long. Lights above and lights below never match the way they should. Something taps against the sign, not enough to call it loud. It repeats but not the same each time, slightly off. Water gathers near the edge, then disappears along the line. I follow where it might go next, but it's already gone. I don't need to move from here, still I don't go inside. Rain falls on the empty road, doesn't stop, doesn't slow. Every drop the same as one, still it never feels the same. Rain falls where no one walks, fills the space without a pause. Nothing asking where it goes, just the sound of falling down. A steady sound without a start, no clear end in sight. It continues on its own without needing more. Rain falls just the same as before, nothing different from the start. Still I haven't turned away, maybe I don't need to. Rain falls through the quiet light, everything is slightly blurred. Nothing here is out of place, that's what keeps it still. The sign stays on above the street, one letter slightly out of place. It flickers once, then holds again, like it forgot what it was doing. Color spills onto the wall, but doesn't reach the ground below. It stops somewhere before the edge, then fades into nothing. The glass reflects a second light, not as strong, but still the same. Two versions side by side, neither one feels more real. A wire runs along the side, loose enough to move a bit. It shifts when wind passes through, then settles like before. It doesn't turn itself off, even when no one looks. The neon stays the way it is, flickers just enough to show. Not too bright and not too dim, just enough to stay in place. The neon doesn't need a reason, it doesn't try to change. Even when the street is empty, it continues all the same. A small buzz comes from somewhere close, easy to ignore at first, but once I hear it clearly, it doesn't really leave. The color shifts for just a second, then returns to how it was. Not enough to call it change, just something slightly off. A shadow crosses through the light, then disappears before I turn. There's nothing left to follow, just the same light as before. The edge of the sign is worn, more than I would think it should. Still it holds without a break, like it's meant to stay that way. I don't really need to stay still, I don't walk away. The neon stays the way just enough to stay in place. The neon doesn't need a reason. It doesn't try to change. Even when the street is empty, it continues all the same. A quiet hum that doesn't stop, barely there but always is. Nothing leads and nothing ends, it just repeats itself. The neon stays the way it is, longer than I thought it would. Still I haven't turned away. Maybe I don't need to. The neon holds the same soft light, nothing more and nothing less. Everything is just enough to keep it as it is. Steps repeat in the same size, up and down without a change. Each one holds the weight the same. Nothing stands out from the rest. A light above the middle point casts a shape that doesn't stay. It shifts depending where I stand and disappears again. A railing runs along the side, cool enough to feel at once. My hand rests but doesn't hold, just enough to notice. The wall is plain from end to end, small marks placed without a plan. Some are older than they look, some I can't quite see. No sign of where it leads, still I don't turn back. One step more than one the same, nothing different in between. Every level looks like one that I've already seen. One step more without a pause, still I'm not sure why I move. Not to reach a higher point, just to keep the pace. A sound returns with every step, not too loud and not too clear. It follows but not exact, slightly off each time. The space above remains the same. No matter how far I go, it doesn't get any closer even when I try. I stop halfway for a while. Nothing tells me where to stand, up or down, it feels the same. Just a shift in angle. A door appears along the side, closed without a mark or sign. I don't check what's on the other side, it stays the way it is. I could leave from here, still I don't decide. One step more